Alright, so now let's do the lower half of the body and the upper torso. Okay, so first I'll hold down shift and off all my poly paint first. So I just want to concentrate on the modeling, so I'll make it white, and then I'll change the material to the map cap red as well, so it will help me to just focus on the modeling. Okay, I'll off my clothes for now. Then I'm going to merge down my stand. Okay, so this stand I'm going to bring it lower, and I'm also going to hide it. Okay, so from the head over here, I'm going to set up some views here against my pure reference. Okay, so my head is a little bit bigger, but that is okay because it's a stylized character. So I'll press F6 or custom view 1 to save this view, and then I'll rotate it to the side view. I'll bring it to the side to save it as a custom view 2. So this is under documents, ZApp link. Okay, so ZApp document, ZApp link properties, so you can adjust the custom views here. So with my keyboard shortcuts, I can press F6, F7 to jump around, and then I am going to start off by appending a sphere. Okay, so I'll do the upper, not the upper, the lower part just below the breast first. Okay, I make sure my symmetry is on. Then I want to just morph this shape a little bit. Okay, so I stretch the sphere, stretch it a little bit longer, and I'm gonna tweak it such that I get all the way until the butt area first. So I'm trying to get to this area. Okay, so the top part might be a little bit too long, get a little bit shorter. I'm also going to do a bit of smoothing. So now the resolution is very low, it's just a sphere, so it's very easy for us to smooth this. But later when it's higher, it may be a bit harder. And then because I'm doing a girl, so there's also something like an arch over here. So just to take note. Okay, so I think the rough shape is there. We can make it a little bit wider. And I'm going to join this together with my upper torso, the upper chest area. Okay, so I would bring down my upper chest area, and I'm gonna do a merge down. So I'm merging these two shapes together. Okay, so the resolution now is 200. Okay, so I'll do a redundant mesh again with 200. So the lower part will start to join together. Okay, so I'm using number 2 brush, which is polish. I'm just gonna polish this area. Also going to do a bit of smoothing, smooth away these parts to make it work correctly together. So I'm using polish because we need to get the side planes. So if you understand anatomy correctly, there's always these side planes that we need to get on the human body, and it's important we really know where the side plane lies while doing this. Maybe I push in a bit too much. So just push it out a bit. Smooth these things out. Use my number 5 brush to push this side out a little bit more. Lazy radius a bit higher. You're just adjusting now. You may not need to massage your model like this, but so act according to your model and keep things straight, smooth. Try to match to your reference. So for now, the breast part might be a bit flattened, but don't worry, I'll adjust that later. At least we take care of this size here first. I want to be really harsh to get the butt area, so that I know where that lies. And then I'm also going to inflate it a bit, so it's not totally flat. So it's a bit like in between. Just leave it too long. Bring it up. So I want it to kind of just stop here. So it's coming together. It just takes a bit more time to adjust a little bit more. So from the side view, from the back view, kind of look more correct. Okay, so it's coming together. So one thing I want to do now is go to the side view here, and I want to use my one brush, and then I want to get some this muscle forms in. So I think it's going to be very subtle because the skin is still smooth, so don't think I'm gonna keep a lot of that, but I think a bit of indication lets me know where this muscle is supposed to be. Then I'll just smooth out the rest. So just a little bit of indication. So you see, very important that I know where this all these muscle forms are. Then using my number 5 brush, right at the middle, I'll just indicate the okay, not straight enough. I think I'll use my hold down shift, let go of shift while the mouse is still on. Okay, so got the one straight line down, and then smooth out whatever that you don't really need. So I have a bit of line in the middle as well. Might be a bit hard. So just now my number 5 brush, the intensity is already lowered before it's 11 only. So I'll use number 2 brush, polish a bit. So it's very, very subtle. Use my smooth. I think I'll make my smooth more subtle as well. Just a little bit. Okay. So now back to my chest. So because I flattened it a bit, now I need to make it come back. So let me see. Okay, so I think I'll make this shape come down a little bit more. Number 5 brush again. Just carve the bottom. Let it go in a bit. Yeah. So from the side, I'm gonna reinflate it back. So it becomes round again. That's after I'm done with all those side plane stuff. So I bring it back out. If it's a bit too much, then push it in a bit more. So using my number 2 brush, there's a bit of back and forth. Also to take note, so the shape of the breast is kind of like a water droplet. So don't think of it as just a sphere. So it's a water droplet like this. And then because of gravity, it will kind of go like this. So we want to try to do that. So I also want to try to get a bit of more like a water droplet. Alright, so let's see. Water droplet. Very subtle movements. Massaging this area. I may not want it to be too big also, so later when I make the clothing, now I have too much problems. Okay, so okay, let me bring this indication back a bit more. Alright, so I think let me check. 6. Let me add a bit of more volume to the back here. I just want to make sure my back looks more correct as well, because later when I do the hands, it'll be harder to adjust the back. Okay, make the butt a bit rounder. This move higher. Okay. Okay, so the level of detail you want to put in will also depend on how much your character clothing is wearing, but whatever indication of details you have will help with your modeling down the line. Alright, so I think I'll stop here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.